for me, when Aaron Cogan, Stephen Klein, the producers on the film, who approached me with the script and the story, with the of an early draft of the script, I was so drawn to. I mean, first I couldn't put the script down. I just devoured it. And Mallory Westfall, the screenwriter, just is an extraordinary talent. And I think what they were able to capture, I saw a potential to really look at our world from the other side of the line, to kind of shine a light on the humanity that we're preying upon, the humanity that we're not seeing and that it's being ignored. And it was so thrilling to collaborate with them on the script and developing it in a way that really kind of brought that into focus, especially with the embodiment of that with the character of Danny. With just so brilliantly and played with so much heart by EJ, that the and creating that perspective is, this is, like, the cinematography is a character, it is Danny, and it is the way he's looking at the world and seeing a humanity that we're not seeing, and putting that right smack in the middle of the frame. And I think that was, for me, one of the most exciting things, is to explore that, and to explore the layers of the humanity that keep that that are repressed. And also to work with Brittany to create a character of Emily, who is, there's so much underneath the surface, and then so much that she's has to stay guarded and repressing, and creating an arc of um, that is so much about, kind of a universal journey of recognition. And I think these things are what really drew me to to wanting to dive into this head on. So
Very cool. So Brittany and EJ, you guys look so different from your characters.
Oh,
well, they're incredible actors.
My tattoos are gone. I'm
No?
like, oh shit.
my hair is pulled back, but my hair is still very curly.
No, that's cool, but you look very different. Like, because you were, I mean, since you start watching the movie, you really care for these two characters. How do you accomplish that as an actor? Is it just all scripted, or you have to create? Are there any rules, like, like we really care after 5 minutes? We wanted to know, especially when you're on the road and those beautiful shots, and yeah.
Thank you so
So
much.
basically, my question is, how did you approach the role, and how did you accomplish the likeness of both characters, Danny and Emily? So who's going to first?
I don't
It's
know,
like
EJ,
double
take it
Dutch.
first.
I can go first.
EJ.
Yeah, take it first.
Sometimes you're in this industry and you're really alone. And then there are times where you work with people that are excited to actually collaborate with you. And every time a situation like that comes up, you're really lucky. You're really blessed, and take it for everything it's worth. Not every director wants to sit with you like Pedro did with me at a restaurant at, I don't know, midnight. It was late, man.
Right,
Like,
it was
and
like close to
actually
midnight.
comb through, well, this is something that Danny talks about. Can we really unpack where that comes from? Personally, as an actor and a filmmaker, I believe that the words are just the tip of the iceberg, that the words are what we choose to say. And what's massively even more interesting in some cases is what's underneath that you're not saying, right? And Pedro worked with me adamantly to uncover where Danny came from. How does he view his trauma? What is he like willing to own, but is trying to just move past? So for me, that was massively important to understand that, like, with trauma, there's also a lot of love. What world does he really come from? And then how can we allow that to just be simply true without making a meal out of something that's already there?
Yeah.
Cool, Brittany. Hi.
Well, all of us worked together on creating backstories, I think, to really humanize these characters.
Yeah.
And it was a collaborative effort, not just from the actors and not just, it was just every team. It was from costumes to set design to everything, to just create a reality that hopefully transfer to different audience. So thank you so much, Guy, for saying that. That means so much to all of us.
Seriously, yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
I want to know because the friendship between Emily and Danny is very unusual.
Yes.
In a way, I thought sometimes they were in love or Danny was in love with her, but she's too much into uh, finding what happened to the mother. So what's the relationship? I wanted them to fall in love because I'm
Aw.
like a very
You're a
Hollywood.
romantic. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm such a romantic. I love
I'm
like my
kidding.
favorite genre of film is romance. Like that's my favorite. But it was
No,
so
because
funny.
you guys had the characters had a great relationship, but it was not necessarily romantic, but it was very supportive of each other. That was great, even better
Yeah,
That's
to
good
me.
because in real life we don't like each other. So that's
that's so
great.
not true.
It's not true. I'm kidding.
I'm
I
like,
don't believe you.
no, I adore EJ. I
Thank
adore him. We were just saying he has the personality and the heart of a golden retriever. That's his personality. We all adore
you.
him. Um,
It's true.
but I think the one thing that I really, the depth that I went in for, so how Brittany feels personally about EJ is that he's a golden retriever. I love him. I adore him. And I love, we can go there with each other as actors. And so we all, with Pedro, have this trust and Camilo and everybody. The one thing that for my character, Emily, I don't want to give too much away, but there's a tragedy within their relationship that Emily knows about that Danny is not familiar with. And so I think one of the biggest things that I tapped into for maybe the second half of the filming process was grief. And then
Mm.
all that grief comes out at the end. Um, loss, grief, and pity, I think. And then maybe disgust for herself. So it was really deep. But
I don't
those are all
apologize for
the things. I'm like,
that.
oh, I've never been able to get so deep into a character before. So those are all the things I think because we had that time, we could really create that depth with one
Yeah.
another.
I also think that part of what you're seeing is the environment that Pedro's created. Like,
Yes.
I like to say that when in safe spaces, things come out of you that you didn't know could.
Yes.
And for a director to create an environment where you feel comfortable to play, to communicate, to anything, working with these guys was an absolute dream. It's not the norm on most sets, if I'm being honest. It's just not. Um, and so I think part of what you're seeing is a sincere camaraderie that was built between all of us, you know. But I get what you're saying, Guy, like wanting them to have a relationship. I think they do. They have a real relationship. I just think it's probably platonic. Or maybe it's not for Danny. I'm not sure. I think that he might be right. Danny may have gone down that road. When you're willing to stick your neck out for someone, you know, things happen.
Or maybe there's a sequel and it happens what I wanted to happen.
I know.
Exactly.
I
I
I'm
think
love
kidding.
that.
I think Emily swore off men a while ago.
I think you're
Pedro and I
right
talked about
about
that.
that.
She swore off men. Her past has allowed her to swear off men.
Yeah. So Pedro, I think you did a great job taking us into a world that it looked real, not only because there were professional actors, but also natural actors. And the environment was real. I mean, Tres Cruces or the space that we see these characters in are really real and a little not very comfortable. I mean, they're real locations, right?
They are.
So how did you deal with all this? And
Well, I think for me, I say that I approach this film not only as my feature fiction film debut, but also as a documentary as well. I went, I spent time in Las Cruces before we started filming. I wanted to meet people. I wanted to connect, and I think if for me, this film is not about some magical fictional world. It's about our world. It's about our society and real people and real places. And I wanted to ground that. I wanted to kind of approach it as a doc in that way. And so we went to the clinic that you see, a Hooper Clinic. That's actually Community of Hope of Mesilla Valley. They actually do very similar work there. They are helping people who are experiencing homelessness to find housing, to find medical care. Uh, and the encampment that you see in the film, that's Camp Hope, and the people that you see interviewed are at that time were the real residents of that encampment, and the questions that you're hearing are the real questions that we asked them, and the answers are the real answers. So there is not. I wanted to really blur the line with the reality, and so that we actually kind of put the humanity that we're violently ignoring, the violently not seeing into the center of the frame. And I think for that was really our North Star with the approach. And I think I wanted, our amazing cinematographer, Camo. Um, he's not only done beautiful fiction films, but he's done some extraordinary documentaries. And
Incredible
the
documentaries, yeah.
really just mind blowing. And he and EJ developed this beautiful ballet of connection and like bringing in um, the authenticity to the way we're looking at the world, right? From a perspective that we never get to see. And really, that kind of approach was like, let's find real places that we're ignoring and really kind of put them at the center of the frame. And that was really that was so fun to play with.